Hello, everybody. My name is Coach Raise, and welcome to Merry Fitness Day 17 out of 31 Merry Fitness Extravaganza. I actually noticed I didn't start with video, so let's get that going again. Let's do it all over. I'm gonna bring the robot up because no one is in the audience yet, so I can do that. All right, so robot, come back up. Let's get the show started. And three, two, one. Hello, everybody. My name is Coach Raise, and welcome to Athletic Definition. This is the Merry Fitness Extravaganza, day 17 out of 31. Merry Fitness ideas, tips. Sometimes I have guests, sometimes I don't. Regardless, it's guaranteed to be a fun time and entertaining time filled with Christmas puns. Today, I'm trying a new microphone, so we'll see how that sounds. I actually had a plan to show you how to make a workout sled, which to me is very helpful. And I was going to show you a workout with it. But it's Christmas time, and the neighbors decided to put up their Christmas lights. So that I was trying to delay it, trying to see if they would finish. And unfortunately, it does not look like they were. You might even be hearing here and there some hammering. So my apologies for that, but it's just the way it is. And yeah, I will definitely show you that one, how to make your own sled. It's something I did myself during the pandemic. I used it to, uh, work out and just add some variety. And it's one of the most effective workouts that I can show you. So it's helpful if you don't have a sled that could be fairly expensive. So my apologies. Nothing you can do. Just learn how to, go with the flow and ride the snake, my friend, because the neighbor has to put up his Christmas lights. So thank you everybody for joining me on the simulcast, on the stream, in the audience, and then as people come in and out. I know why you're here. I know why you're here. You want to hear that Christmas pun. So I'll get started with one, and I have a few more for you just as a tease. Uh, First one is what is Santa's favorite candy? It's Jolly Ranchers. See, some people like that joke. I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty funny myself. All right. So since everyone kind of liked that one, I'm gonna do one more. Then I'll do one more. All right. The other joke is, uh, during these times where we need to be clean, you want to make sure that you don't go out and you buy like fake products. So when you go out and buy some, some sanitizer. No, nobody liked that one. All right. Well, if you get some sanitizer, you want to make sure that it's 100% real and 100% alpha approved. Santa, I can't do nothing about these jokes that people don't laugh. Please, please, I deserve a gift. As I've mentioned in the past, it's been a few years since I've gotten a gift. So, all right, moving on. So I was going to show you how to make your own sled, but since that didn't happen, I'm going to talk about a muscle that isn't really talked about, which is the Tibs. And when I mean the Tibs, I'm calling it short for the tibialis. And the tibialis is something that if you play any sport, I would say no one's training it. And the other thing is, since no one's training it, you're going to be unbalanced. And also, since no one's training it, it needs to be trained. It needs to become something you're more aware of. In every single sport, you decelerate, and so you need to have equal strength in each leg. If you don't have equal strength, you have a higher chance of getting some sort of knee injury. And United States leads, I believe, in countries, or it's in the top for knee replacements every year. So that's something that especially as you get older, and you have family that gets older, you want them to be able to walk without getting hurt or anything like that. Right now, If you hear me a little bit off, it's because I was trying to basically fix the fortune cookie, and I'm using, as I mentioned, it's a new microphone, so it's a new hookup that I have, and man, every time you try and improve, not everything works out exactly as you plan it. You just go with a roll, and I appreciate everyone's support. The other thing about it is with this new mic, I realized, well, I can't hear the audience. I cannot hear. I can't hear if the emojis or if someone has a question. But I figured, and my apologies for those of you watching. There we go. I figured since I'm only going to demonstrate, I don't really plan to take any questions. And this microphone, I wanted to test it because really it was meant to do it outside for the sled. But that didn't happen regardless. Once again, thank you everybody for joining. It's going to be a great episode, exciting. So thank you everybody. And let's see here. Well, let's get started actually. So, one more thing. I knew there was something I didn't want to miss. Today is National Ugly Sweater Day. So, of course, what am I going to do? I'm going to rock a sweater. So, I would say that I do have uglier sweaters than this. But in California, it's really, really a nice day. It's not even hot. Turn some of these lights around. Now, I wouldn't say hot, but it's beautiful. It was so beautiful. I wanted to show you how nice it is outside. That way you could see the beautiful California weather. But I believe this is a good shot of the sweater. It says, "So tacky, I twinkle," and it actually lights up and it twinkles. So there it is, the Christmas outfit of the day. All right. And it was pretty hot. So as I said, I'm going to take off the sweater because I'm going to show the demonstration. And it's not like it's going to get hot or sweaty or anything, but still want to be comfortable. The great thing about what I'm going to show you is, to me, it's something you can do anywhere. You don't need any weights. It is something that you can definitely add to your workout. As I mentioned, besides my mentors, Ben Patrick and Keegan, I don't know anybody doing these. And mind me while I disappear here for a second. And that'll be the first time I get to hear this microphone when it's all said and done. And still, you can't quite see me. So let me back it up more. Oh, I know what to do here. All right. So I'll see if I could show you more than one shot, because for me, it's important for you to get a good idea of how to do this exercise properly. So this is called the Tibialis Raise. And for me, I stress it for runners. And besides runners, just pretty much for longevity, so that when you get older, you have less chance of using a walker or some sort of walking assistance, because that in the long run is what it's all about. All right, so actually, let me lower it even more and see if you could take a look. Nope. So the tripod is also, the good thing is everything I have here is pretty easy to move, but I have the tripod set up for outdoors, so kind of had it higher than expected, than actually needed for what I'm doing indoors, and I didn't think about that. So now you're watching me on the fly correct everything, and this is how you learn. But there's also never been anything like this, and what I mean like this is anything like Fireside live audience, simulcasting with a touch of a button to Twitch, which I am, YouTube and Facebook, while streaming. So this is it's you're learning as you're doing it, and there we go. So I think with this, you should be able to finally see my feet. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I don't think I'm crooked. I think I'm crooked. Yeah, this is not working out the best, but it's all right. It's all right. Or just, I'm going to end up lowering the tripod to make it easier. And there we go. I'll be as quick as possible. Thank you so much for your patience. I appreciate. All right. So, here's another shirt I have underneath, and this is why Santa says I don't get Christmas presents, from what I've heard. Um, this one, if you're just listening in, it says two women from God, and it's like the gift label with a bow, and I'm the gift. So, yeah. All right, and yes, check it out. My sock game is strong as well. Look at this. Are those Christmas socks? You know it. You know it. All right. So this you can do anywhere. It's called the Tibialis Raise, and anytime. Let me see if I can get it a little bit lower. But basically, anytime you decelerate, which you tell me what sport you play that you don't decelerate, and uh, that's actually that. I don't think there is a sport, but I'd love to know if there is, or I'm not actually thinking of can't think of one right now. But yeah, uh, yeah. If you can tell me a sport that you don't decelerate, then geez, that'd be pretty amazing. So if you're decelerating, you should work this. I mean, that's pretty much it. And then I highly recommend it for runners. And it doesn't make sense. Well, why, when you're running, you're not trying to decelerate, which is true. And sprinters, it's probably I still recommend it for you because let's say you're training hills, you're running downhill. Uh, Anytime people take pictures of you running, you'll always find that picture of you heel striking, and you'll always running downhill at some point end up heel striking. You'll end up you know, planting on the foot. So you want to have strength because when you plant on the foot, that's one of the things that causes injury if it's not strong all the way up. So let's see here. I believe from here you can see me, and I'm going to back up the tripod just a little bit, but overall, everything seems fine. And there we go. All right. So from here, you want to have your butt up against the wall, and that's it. You don't have to have your whole back up against the wall, just your butt. And then the closer it is, your feet to the wall, the more easy it'll be. So in the beginning, some people it's really gonna burn, it's really gonna hurt. The more burning, the better. Start off with 25 and keep going even if it burns, but get those 25 in. That's just a good beginning. And then uh, if you feel that it doesn't like really get your workout, start going further. The further away you go from the wall, putting your feet away from the wall, um, the more difficult it gets. Okay. For those of you listening in, I'm explaining it as well as I can without you actually looking at it. So if you want to take a look at it, check out the replay on Fireside, check out the stream now on Fireside, or later on it'll be on YouTube as well as Spotify. And thank you everybody in the simulcast as well. So from there, eventually you're gonna start off closer, and then as you get stronger, you're gonna want to work your way out until you're feeling like a stretch at the same time. And what you want to do is you want to just flex that muscle and raise your toes. And so you're working your tibialis right there. Now, I know some people, we have really weak feet because of our shoes. So another thing that you can do is just take off your shoes completely. Now, if you take off your shoes completely, it makes it easier because, with a heel, when you're flexing up, it makes it even more difficult. So from here, it looks like you can see, but so that's basically how you're doing this. So it makes it easier. Remember, closer up against, and you don't have to be all the way lean back because that might actually make it more difficult. So it's just your butt. It's just your butt. I'll try and show you up against this table. You just lean your butt. You don't have to have your whole back. And That is the Tibialis Raise. I recommend at least 50 of them, 3 times a week. And of course, there's the whole workout routine to it. Um, but I wanted to show you that. And, my apologies that I couldn't show you how to do a sled, but I will definitely be showing you how to do a sled in the future. But as I mentioned, the neighbor is doing Christmas lights. So what could I do about that? But I'm glad I got to show you a different workout. And before I close out, I wanted to let you know if you guys knew what Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer wanted for Christmas. He wants a pony sleigh station. And so thank you everybody for joining me once again. This has been Coach Ray Z, Athletic Definition, day 17 out of 31. And I will be back tomorrow. I'm here every day with Christmas puns, holiday excitement, a Christmas extravaganza, and you never know who's going to be stopping by the Christmas neighborhood as a guest. So thank you everybody for joining me. Until tomorrow, this has been Coach Ray Z, and I thank everyone for your support.